How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one gigantic gray area.
I feel that. I understand
Don't
that.
worry about me. No matter what the outcome, nigga, I'm ready to accept my fatigue.
I believe in you, sis. She's like, no, you're not.
Shut the fuck up. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yeah? Life isn't worth a defense attorney should never believe their client.
That's bullshit.
A defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing.
Whatever, prosecutor.
Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. There's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is,
You're hot.
you're not a defense attorney. So shut that shit up. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck. Right? I think you're having problems, y'all. Faye helping me.
You want to read that again without food in your fucking mouth?
My first job without helping
We
me.
should have waited
You
till
want to read that again without my dick in your mouth?
Oh gosh, bro.
My first trial without Faye helping me.
Alright, here we go. My first trial without Faye helping me. No one's gonna subscribe to UntamableTablez at this rate.
Of course.
I'll be alone in there.
What about Hub?
So I had to discover the truth all by myself.
Oh yeah, I guess she's not coming.
The detective isn't coming in there? Or
You have to yell at me though. That kind of hurt me a little bit.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be there with you the whole way.
Yeah, man.
Scientific shit.
Can y'all please?
What the fuck are you eating there?
I thought you said just that you didn't have anything.
A
Starving
Quaker
African
Chewy
style.
bar?
Alright, the Dunkin' Donut glaze, you know, that'd be.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Yeah!
Okay.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
You should have said you're. Anyway, Edgeworth? Haven't been in court since Edgeworth's trial. It's been a while now.
And now
Been a
he's
little
trying
brick.
to get this shit happening.
Can you imagine how many people have been sent to jail by Edgeworth wrongfully?
I
Yeah.
hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment
different.
is to be made here in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Yeah, F the judge.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow. He's much more forceful in person. I love that. I
She
suddenly
likes
feel
that,
like
doesn't she?
confessing to everything.
However,
All my sins.
she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime, a professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Sedgwick.
The prosecution calls the first witness, Miss Angel Stoss, to the stand.
The cough up queen?
The vomit? Shonnet?
Haven't I see you somewhere?
Kiddies? Oh, I've been in a couple pornos.
Thank you.
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Ho ho, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before.
The judge is really woofing it down, Christ.
Really eating in court. Kiddies? And for you, have a fiesta bowl.
Thanks?
Will the witness state her name and profession?
And you, sir, Kiddies? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
What? Fingerprint?
It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, How does it taste?
That nigga Edward cannot get these niggas to just say their names.
So, this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought
She
caviar
poisoned the judge.
would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does that taste like?
Name, profession, now.
Me? Name's Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I'll make her a dumb blonde now.
Nice.
I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Edrith?
Edgy boy.
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
This
Hurry it
fried ass-
up!
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gulp.
Nigga's shoulders never moved.
As you know, we usually call the police to provide a description of the crime.
He just says,
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I'm a professional. I be gagging on the dick like it's
Yes, sir.
What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
This bitch.
what?
Damn.
She was a detective? That's crazy.
Bruh.
The fuck? What you screaming for?
I know who you are. Cough up.
Oh my god, this nigga sucked up the block.
Cough of Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. That's my
I should have known with 2 R's at the end of start.
Very well.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Never mind.
Stop talking. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
Man,
She's a
who is
celebrity,
this lady, man? Fuck.
If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel.
Oh my god.
EBC block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. Oops, sorry, slipped.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. Like A block, like anal. The killer stabbed the
I want to kill
The killer-
myself.
The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Serious mode. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest who made it on this. I read that wrong. And an arrest who was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Oh hi, it was me, Your Honor.
4 plans added to the court record. Witness, did you see the very moment of this crime? Hold on. I don't think we went over the stuff we examined. The murder weapon found in Edgeworth's toolbox traces the victim's blood, no prints. Victim's memo found in the trunk of the car. Yeah. Record of the parking lot prosecutor's office. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot. Insert the lot at 5:12 p.m. Autopsy. Due to death due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Property of Lana Sky last made a call to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder, and the 4 plans. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
God damn. I can't agree on I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. But you know,
Seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, give them your worst, Miss Star. Or some shit, I don't know.
wait, are they talking about me? What's going on?
I'm going to crush Spiky Hair Boy's balls.
Witness's account.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. Come.
You wanna read?
Were you queer?
I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. And I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective instinct working. What the? Oh shoot. Vicious. Then, through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Thrust.
Thrust. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife in which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. Ha ha ha.
You thought that was hard.
Never make jokes again. So, how does it feel to be utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
We're gonna press
gonna
her
be
on
a
everything now that
breeze.
we have Edgeworth back on the scene again.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come.
How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime.
Abhorrence.
Appearance. I think.
Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. I know. I tried twisting the BBC one time and I ripped it off.
Ooh, the little slurkin twist.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
I
Given
heard
that
that
they are
rip boots are really good props for that. I'm sorry.
Yes, they are. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim,
And through roll-ups.
hair flip. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
And Swiffer sweepers.
Mr. Starr,
What?
do you have something personal against prosecutor?
I thought that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. If I hadn't been laid off by the prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off. She was fired?
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro. As you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless.
I win. You lose. Bye-bye.
Very well, you may continue, Miss Star. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend.
Looking for a boyfriend. I see that.
This boyfriend. He's a detective.
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
Not
Boyfriend?
that
You have several? Whore?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, the other boyfriend. Here to join? Oh, hell. Whoa, woohoo! Yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants, you know.
I'll stick with the lunch, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before applying.
He thought about it. He was like, shit, I can get in on that? No, I have to be professional. Let me contain myself.
Security guy room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
Gotta be the room with the security. The security sign. Excuse me. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working.
I'm so zoned out right now. Let me focus back in. You sent something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like, how would you say? Oh yeah. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin cock full of seeds.
I have no idea what the fuck you just said.
Speaking of a detective's instincts, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
What?
Young cheese.
Like a pale white cheese, not yet tangy, with experience on the streets, a greenhorn.
What's bitch on about?
Of course, I am hard yellowed, sharp as a tack.
But of course I am hard.
And I am soft. I bet you stink too.
Dang, she said that
Damn.
pussy stink. In any case,
I hope so.
There,
That's more
in the-
texture.
Please. Read, bastard.
Fuck
In
was
any
that?
case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my ass.
Then through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car.
By garish car, you mean...
Mr. Edward's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, I don't even know what that word means, but I used it. The knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always complain.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
No, rookie.
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
Alright, Flight. What the fuck was inspired about that?
I believe I heard that tagline somewhere. You could cry plagiarism?
I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, here it is. Shoot. One of my lunchboxes is rigged with the camera. So I can shoot my scenes.
I suppose it's more exciting than just hanging it around your damn neck.
This is my first time seeing this photograph.
You think I'd show it to you, prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Which one?
Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Crime photo added to the court record.
No, that is unmistakably on the sky.
So, what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 10 centimeters long.
Damn.
And no centimeters, because I am. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It's your knife, after all.
Yes, that's right. Said that wrong.
Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of a man's vital. Whoa.
What is woe about that?
I'm sure it was easier than boiling
You
a
understand
testicle.
when you know.
I think it was easier than boiling an egg for my eggs salad surprise set.
But you get a little hair in your chest, young blood. You'll understand. You can't testify to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Lieutenant Goodman's chest.
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late. Did you take a picture? Or was that before? Was that after? I mean.
Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawed.
Flawless.
Nice. Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Why are you here? I'm about
Just
to
keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we?
give her a black eye and see if that's only a flesh wound.
For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that. It's creepy.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
make a
let's go
joke.
back to the beginning.
Yep.
Presser.
Negative.
I was checking something.
Alright, let me see what B looking like.
Okay, so she was in B.
Okay, never mind.
And
Watching it
then
in A.
Edward's car was where that lone car was at, basically.
Mhm.
And the murder happened right there.
Yes. Alright, we
So
go
make
back.
sure her vision wasn't obscured or anything like that.
No.
Well,
Defense.
there was the fence, and that was about it. So she could still see.
Let me see the pic.
I say click. Take a pic.
Okay, so she got out on A. Yeah.
Moment of the crime is photographed by Angel Star. Touch check for details.
So she
So,
got out on the A side. Yeah. Can we look at the floor plan again? I was wondering maybe we could figure out where exactly she might have gotten it. Because we didn't see a telephone. Or the security room.
Yeah, look at the picture again.
There's a wall in front of where the car is.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. I guess.
So
there is
yeah,
a wall.
it's right there.
Oh, I guess she did, like, if she did do it, then she would have gotten the knife out of the trunk. Although I
Is
don't
that
know how-
her jacket that she's wearing?
Yeah, that's her. It looks
No,
like
I'm
her.
saying, is that her jacket? That white jacket?
Nah,
With all them
that's
stains on it?
No, that fur.
I don't think that was the same jacket. I don't know.
No. Alright,
Interesting.
get out of here. We wasted some time there. Alright.
Uh,
Nope.
check it.
Let's check. This must be the victim's blood, right?
Tables.
Either that or Edward cut himself peeling an apple.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. What's Edward doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild, like Bear Grylls.
Edgeworth. In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman, bodying
Bro,
animals.
stop
Nah, they're just scary thought.
Stop fantasizing about Edgeworth, young lady. You are.
Like, does anything else happen when you examine anywhere else on the knife? Or...
No.
Well,
that's
it
the
did
only
say
thing.
there's no fingerprints. Do we know
Yeah.
if she was wearing gloves?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, is she wearing gloves in the photo?
Was she?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Don't know if I want to assume.
I think
Well, I
she
mean,
is wearing
the
gloves.
lack of melanin from her hand should probably give it away. But I mean, the
Yeah, let's go back.
Hey, what else we got? What else?
Let's look at the autopsy report.
Always gotta look at. Die within an
1
hour and a half.
So you check.
When did she come in?
Hmm.
20 between 4 p.m. and 5:30. Blah blah.
Single stab wounds.
Ooh, a 12-centimeter knife.
Wait, how long is Edgeworth's knife? Does it say that?
No.
It does not. Okay.
I mean, she said it was 10 centimeters, but it was just an estimate. Probably she was just basing it off of the size of the cocks that she usually handles.
I mean, that's an inconsistency if you wanted to press it.
Yeah, but I think she said that when we press, not really when we in any of these little lines of questioning here.
What else we got? Look at everything. What else?
Wish I knew what those numbers meant. Wait, I just had an idea. It might be upside down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, the date was.
It could say
the date-
221.
Yeah, 221.
What? Something.
I don't know what the other numbers would be now.
5. Well, that would be an S, an L, 9.
SL9? It just says it was taken.
Moment of the crime photographed by Angel Star.
Oh, right.
Let's
when it
check for
happened.
details.
This is the moment of the crime, right here, I guess.
Where is his body?
No stabbing, just looked like she was gonna close a trunk or open it. I don't
She
know.
threw him in the trunk? I mean, I guess we might as well present this.
It was kind of weird. Like, if the crime happened here, wouldn't we see?
And she's wearing his jacket too. That white jacket.
What do you think, Tables?
I don't know shit.
Table
Let me
is
read
out
some
for
more
the count. I'm about to solo this. All right,
Oh,
so
my.
here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna
Okay.
present the
Can I-
crime photo.
Alright, bro.
Are
I'm fine
you
with
being
that.
serious or?
I think we should. I think the crime photo is it. I just don't know where to present it.
I think we could present it here. I don't know where else we'd present it.
Let me see that joint. Let me see.
See what? This?
Yeah, because she's not holding anything.
I mean, yeah, it looks like her other hand isn't doing anything. And so,
Are those stains on the jacket, or is it just the design?
I think that's the design. That'd be a weird place to have a stain. I mean, wouldn't it be closer to her hands than like
And she said, which hand was it? That was
the right hand? The right hand. The right hand is not doing anything right now.
Honestly, I might as well just press that. We ain't got shit going on right now.
We pressed everything already.
No, I mean,
I'll
put
present
that.
it.
That's right.
I mean, unless they give me a closer look at where the knife is at, but right now I don't see shit. That's what I've been trying to stare at, but.
Let's see what we got.
Oh, that is it.
And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with the knife. Oh my god, bro. I'm literally Jesus reincarnate, nigga.
Well, me and Darian doing most of the talking.
Anyways,
you niggas figure it
as
out.
I've already said, Kieres, I swear it on my finest salmons for a lunch.
I'm sure that's a fine lunch.
I need a fire.
Fat ass
Can't
nigga.
have me for. Oh, but isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime? Is it not?
Much person.
And why is Miss Guy not holding a fucking knife then? Young blood. Yep. Yep. Got these niggas speechless.
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
His
Objection.
Thoughts are objection.
Nice. That weak ass objection. Let's be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we?
It is you that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
There's a calm objection.
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
Whoa.
That's what I was thinking earlier, but oh well. Now, how can you tell that?
It doesn't really have a time.
Blood splatter. See, I knew it. Too advanced for the game.
Huh?
More like you're too advanced for faith.
Oh, well.
That
See
is
the
true.
dark
It is
crimson
advanced.
stain on the chief prosecutor's cut?
It's a black and white photograph, fuck boy.
Why don't you have
Yes,
color?
it is hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem except you.
You're right. Are you gonna just sit there and let them and take this kind of abuse? Like, what are you?
I'm activated now. These niggas talking shit.
Mm,
Got a
Objection.
better idea?
objection.
Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
That is true.
Well, seems like I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
Well, dot 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 dot. Dot.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
She only talks about food. Good advice. I'm not sure I understand her, but good advice.
Bruh.
Fucking
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot, like Rob. She killed without pain or remorse. It was premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How do you know that?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she leave those on?
Cause she loves gloves, obviously.
If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
Okay. Yeah, Edward always be getting us. They always do.
These gloves do not seem to tell a tale of premeditated. Fuck. I'm sorry.
One.
Premeditated murder? What does premeditated mean? A serious offense, I hope.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
Exactly. Stop fumbling.
Fine.
The murder was
Was
planned. I'm sorry.
planned. The rubber gloves prove it.
Press it.
Press.
What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves?
He said, "Shut that shit up."
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They
Really?
were rubber
We didn't
gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was premeditated crime.
Rawr.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Star.
Exactly.
This isn't good. NGO.
I was
got
doing
them
too much
thinking.
hoeing.
This was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I gotta think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated.
This is already said. Oh, okay.
Alright.
Gotta
Well,
show
let's
us
look at our
something.
evidence and see what is can
Find
possibly.
a way this wasn't premeditated.
Can I see the knife? I mean, I got fingerprints, and I mean, I guess that proves that the bitch was wearing gloves.
Yeah.
Found
Trying to
in the
figure out how this
toolbox.
isn't premeditated. That this was just a random shit.
Why would she
happening.
leave that shit in the?
I mean, she opened the trunk, so
But why would she leave it there? See, if we knew where the fuck the body was, this would be a little bit easier because then it'd be like, because like, if
During the
the-
investigation, there was white tape hanging out of the trunk.
Oh, so it wasn't the trunk.
And they said multiple times that she hid the body in his trunk.
Ah. It was Edward's car.
Okay.
So
Okay,
you're
it's
telling
starting
me
to come together. It's starting to come together. Yeah, I see it now. I see it now. So, go back.
You're telling me that if she actually planned this shit, she planned for Edward to come in at 5:15 and put him in the body in his trunk with his murder weapon?
go to the Blue Badger again. Alright, present it.
No.
God, dude.
Look at the parking stub. Alright, record of parking on the prosecutor's office lot 512.
Yeah, this belongs to Edgeworth.
Oh yeah, that was like right before the shit, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Having some quick ass planning, that's for sure. I mean, or maybe she, wait a nigga.
That's an option, I suppose.
They could give it a
Uh,
shot.
this is
But wait.
weird because she did call. Like, apparently, she called the guy over. That makes it look even more suspect. But I'm not helping.
If only we could see, like,
What?
if we could look in the if we could look in Lana's redials besides calling her sister. I kind of wish we could see who she called before her sister.
Well, she called. Well, we know she called the dude that got.
Alright, well, first things first, can we go back and go to the part where, of her testimony where she says that the shit was premeditated so that we know that we need to present there?
Yeah, here we go.
Alright, there we go. Now we can go back to present.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of presenting is the Edgeworth's parking thing, 515. It's like there's no way that he wouldn't be there to witness that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a parking stop.
You agree?
It's because there's no way she could have known the knife was in the car to kill with.
Oh, it's not.
Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement?
Okay. Oh,
I personally think that I wouldn't leave the weapon. So, I don't know.
Wanna check it again?
maybe it is the knife, but I'm not too sure. Like, I don't want to just throw stuff out there because. Go back. What else do we have?
Wonder how they get in from A on this.
Okay, go back. Yeah, yeah, I can't see anything else but the knife, really. Like, I don't think we have anything else.
Well, let's try it. Maybe.
Like, my thing is, like, how does she know that, like, there was a knife in his car?
That is true.
Like, why would she
Oh, I
wear
think that was it.
gloves?
Nigga like me. Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. I also suck dick on the side, but yeah, I know that's a knife, okay? It's the knife. Stupid. A knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife.
Ah!
What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people?
Mommy, is he straight?
Dang, they added the crowd into this.
Commentary. Defense, I have a request. Yeah, that we ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony, please.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Sky planned this motherfucker, and that's why she was wearing those special little glovey gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However,
I do
fuck
plan
up.
these apps.
Why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon?
Cause she's retarded, obviously.
See,
Why
this
did
is this is what I was getting at. You know,
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. All right.
There goes the food, bro.
Order, order, order.
I want a burger.
Great. Now the tide is
More
turning in our
lunch,
favor.
Judge?
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister is free, my nigga. Free her.
Oh, not so
I
fast.
don't think she could say that word,
Right.
even though I said it earlier.
I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
Oh shoot, Edgeworth's
Why?
got bars.
That was whack.
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned.
The game
Not over
told
such
me.
a trifling detail.
What you call me? But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. I mean,
Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Londa Sky, murdered a detective with a knife.
My knife.
That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. Oh, she's really screwing you over, Edgeworth. If she wasn't, why would she have... Ooh.
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please only tell us what you saw and not what you thought.
Well, what was she about to say just now?
I thought she was about to say gloves again. I she was going to repeat herself.
Maybe something else. How dare you? My powers of seduction are not to be underestimated. I mean deduction. I meant deduction. I meant...
Yeah, really now.
Angel's deduction.
I'm always right.
Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Oh shoot, liar,
But it was
liar,
only once,
pants
though.
on fire.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
No, I'm
Bro,
not.
this judge is really just...
So if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning on killing the delivery boy? Because, you know, he works at Domino's. Domino's pretty shit.
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
I love how the judge just ignored that smart-ass comparison that she just made. Okay, so go to the end where she said over and over again, press it first just to see what she says, and then we can present the knife that says, because it says she only stabbed once. Not the knife, the autopsy. Whatever. Whichever one says that he was stabbed once.
Press.
A human machine? That's a contradiction.
Bro, Phoenix, are you serious?
Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright?
Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth, size smell like citrus fruit. That's creepy.
You smelling his breath? What is good with you?
That nigga's breath's launch.
You're so
You
far
say
away.
again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly?
We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. Shut up, bitch. I'm sorry. What difference does it make if the deed is done?
How come she's getting mad at me?
Let's
What
just
did I
say
do?
she was stabbed him several times and leave it at that.
Leave it at that. This is a murder case, people.
Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know.
Star has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
The short burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder. Wouldn't
I'm
it
starting
depend
to
on the
think that
size
you're
of the
not really
candle?
a scientist, Emma.
I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Stupid.
No, I'm not.
Look at the evidence real quick. What does the knife or the autopsy say?
Oh, top.
One knife wound. All right, well, you know what to present.
Make sure you present at the right thing though.
Just because you
Bitch,
said
I'm
that.
like, wait. Bing, bing, bing. You say she stabbed him again and again? But you couldn't have witnessed that?
Are you testing me? And I'll test you.
What's 9 plus 10?
Quieres? With my surprise.
Man,
Come
put
on.
your fucking white Caucasian cooking out of my damn face.
I'm
What is
afraid
he
the
calling me for?
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
That was not a bar. Shut up.
What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The
The
autopsy
autopsy?
report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right. Good
She
show,
didn't even
Mr.
know
Edgeworth.
that.
What?
What a hunk. He's my hero. I love Edgeworth, bruh.
You are 16.
What about my
Go
objection?
away.
No one noticed? I'm so
Well,
sick of this game.
witness,
Quieres?
Oh my god.
Look at that sauce. Is that
You
a
got the
pizza?
crime
or-
scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
Ain't no season in that bitch.
It's just ketchup and rice.
Ketchup and
That's that shit I'm
rice.
talking about, bro.
I need to be careful. There might be a. Never mind. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now, I realize that such mistakes are possible. For some reason, I read possible as pedophile.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
She lifted her BBC. I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from the victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least 2 times.
Then tell us what you saw, what you thought was blood. Testify.
I'm up in the spot looking extra fly.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
Do we press that? Should we press it?
No. Let's just
No,
go
why
through
not?
everything first. Maybe we might be able to skip
I
pressing, you
want
know
to
what I'm
press
saying?
this first, though.
What if we just look through
Press
everything?
it.
Yeah, just press it. God
Press
damn
it.
it.
Oh, outnumbered again.
Your
A red muffler?
Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can easily, so she can easily be lynched at a moment's notice, I suppose.
She's right.
She want to be Mikasa so
This guy
bad.
was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she?
If she really said she could just hang her,
But wait. I saw the transition. I know it's hard. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for a splattered blood?
Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib.
I thought it was gonna say
A
cum.
judge with a bib. That's why the
I'm
shirt's
dropping
almost
this game
like
right
kindergarten
now.
Sometimes.
I'm dropping this game right now.
Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood in her chest.
Nice.
However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound.
Apparently, Miss Star isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance. I don't know what's going on. I'm just here for.
Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Star has turned out to be as short-tempered as she... Oh, fuck, we read that.
Oh, sorry.
She copied Maya's whole flow, word for word, bar for bar.
Well, let's see if we're 100% certain that she was wearing her muffler that day.
Yeah, let's look at the picture. No muffler, no muffler.
No, I forgot. I can't see fucking color.
But
She's not wearing the
scarf.
scarf, so
She's not
that's
wearing the
cap.
scarf.
So we present it.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Miss Star, I demand an explanation.
Bruh.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim.
She
Why
should
the
have
fuck
never.
is this nigga taking what I'm trying to say?
Because she was,
Because she
dissing
insulted
him the
him.
whole time.
So he's pissed. He's
And
like,
you
oh,
proved it
nah,
yourself
hell.
with this photograph.
Huh? But that it can't be.
Only a true professional could be so clueless. I'm sure you'll make a good lunch lady, have no fear.
Damn.
Yeah.
Harsh words, but good. Like that lunch.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. Such a
Like that
goat,
coffee.
such a goat.
I love him.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there. A scarf. No, really. No, not that, but something red, really.
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but now back to business.
What? I'm gonna sue you.
Very well. Witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect? Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
I don't believe we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
The fuck? You just read my thought.
Breakfast.
The part where your sister stabs the victim? This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Truth.
Apprehending the suspect.
Talking balls. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot.
What?
Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
You lying ass.
The chief prosecutor made to escape. Oh, I'm sped. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel's star resistance.
My nigger.
Not only can she not legally arrest her.
You are
but
quite
okay.
determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I mean, maybe she did a citizen's arrest. You know, like what's it called? Is that what it's called? Cut that out of the video. Anyways, I
Okay.
strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. A cobra is a snake. Is it? Is it not? Hold on, let me Google search this real quick.
Nigga, read.
Also, wait.
That's me, Angel Star.
How would she stop? How would she stop her? Even if she had a knife, bro. You're not stopping her.
Alright, so with that being said, are we going to... I'm sorry, this wasn't a very good metaphor, first of all. Cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bit.
Hey, I mean, it depends on what you buy. I mean, no thanks. No thanks, I'm good.
Note to self: Attorney Wright gets bitten by a snake.
I'll bite your testicles off, bitch.
Nice.
Okay.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain.
Bitch. You say it like that.
She knocked my ankles loose, kicked over an oil drum.
Oil drum.
Oil drum. Hard to imagine.
They have those there?
Yeah, like the ones from Donkey Kong Country.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
I got a question. I
Well,
forgot it. Hold on, I'll get to you when I remember.
very well, Mr. Wright. You will cross-examine if you...
I'm actually a little pissed because I just kind of... Oh, it has something to do with her rushing over. Did she, like, run all the way around because, you know, the fence was in her
Yeah, I
way?
was gonna say, how are you gonna get there? The fence?
She just did one of them things. Y'all seen WandaVision?
All right,
You know, like how
we know what to present.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side.
That's cute. Next. Actually, no, let's play along. Let's press real quick. Let's press everything, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we
Yeah,
get some
yeah,
extra
let's-
evidence that we don't know of.
I don't want to do this voice anymore.
So, where is this partition on the floor plans?
I'm sure
Sure.
she means this wall next to the car.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then? I
I'll
quickly
press
caught her
everything.
and explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot.
You say quickly, were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details.
Yes.
Yes.
I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be said. Man, fuck you, Phoenix. The lunch land car was... Yeah, she was a visitor. That she was parked in B block. Oh, fuck, that was you that said that. My bad. So you witnessed the murder from here?
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, Miss Star?
Yeah.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
Exactly.
I went over it, of course.
Just
I got hops.
Amazing, the Colorful Queen, lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have
Niggas
taken a
believe
little
that?
time to climb over that fence.
I deadass pole vaulted over that bitch.
She
Yeah,
couldn't
with all
gotten
her
over to
big
the
ass
system
coat,
that fast.
furs.
Unless she's like, I don't know,
food.
Superman? I don't know.
What are we talking about, Tables?
I was talking about all the
lunch.
shit that she was holding. Her coat, her
She-
fucking... all
She
the
ate
food
it and
she
it
had.
gave her a power up. Like Mario.
Alright, Mario.
Tables?
Yeah, that fence was... I want to shoot myself. dead tonight,
I'm
brother.
really
She
tired.
obviously vented in, dude. That's the only way she could
How
have got
come
to
this
that
guy didn't
side.
get away?
I
But she's
hate
an imposter.
Among Us so much. It's my least favorite game of this year.
It's actually very shitty of a game.
When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone. You mean this cell phone?
Yes, sir. Ask further.
Ask further.
You gotta make sure to get her.
By
Never mind.
phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately.
I can use big words. My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
So it should.
Like a sperm cell heading to my ovaries.
No, the court does not see Miss Star.
This bitch wanna be Kendrick so bad, bro.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging.
On the wall?
She hung? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently, it was a task for the imposter. Or it was out of order.
I'm
And
surprised.
so
that was
she
the phone
used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Of course
Oh,
it
man,
was.
someone
witnessing
didn't do
witness.
their electrical task.
Good witnessing. Whatever happened to good testifying, Christ.
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please men.
Cell phone updated.
Yeah, I was paid attention, so what did I update you? Oh,
Well, I didn't tell us what to update it to yet. But the word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:50.
Motherfuckers? That's me.
Bitch ass fucker. This fat.
Is that
Kimura.
everything?
Oh, no, because
is-
that. My bad.
Oh, she gave up trying to use the phone on the wall and just use her cell phone.
Angel
Wait,
got that
breakfast?
wet, got that.
Do you think you could, restate your testimony for the court, then?
Aha!
No.
I was going to ask the same thing.
Oh my gosh. Like, seriously? I'll only say this one time. So listen close, rookers.
Can you see these niggas? I'm in the Twilight Zone. Oh, man, these niggas.
The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind a partition.
Okay, lady.
And then, driver roll up the partition, please. And then she picked up the emergency phone on the, on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket.
Dang, Beyonce haven't dropped in a minute. She must be washed.
And
Yeah, I
during
can-
that time, you climbed over the chain link fence.
Ooh,
Interesting.
this is anime as hell. Then I boldly grabbed her arm.
And then
I never
slammed it.
seen a more. Yeah.
The chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Chief prosecutor
Ooh,
made
I
it
think
to
that was a hint.
The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
Press it, since we haven't pressed it.
She made to escape. Can you be more specific on that? There, that dude.
She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a full grass. What the hell?
Faux gras?
What?
Huh?
Gras?
She even.
She even kicked over an oil drum at me.
An oil drum, okay.
There was an oil drum lying on its side at the crime scene.
Guess I
But
missed
it's
that.
strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The car entrance.
She was trying
That's
to vent
right.
out.
Doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drum. Excellent. More mysteries.
I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though.
You will never be
So this guy
Maya.
tried to run.
I'm sorry, Miss Sister is so sus, Mr. Wright.
I hate you.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. I'm always right.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run. Oh yeah, this is okay.
Go to the second to last one. Okay. Present. So she ran the wrong way is a good point. And a good point that Phoenix also brought up is you saw all of this, so...
Yeah, there's no way she saw all of this. Her eyes were closed or something.
Okay, so I'm assuming this. I'm assuming this statement is something was like happened after all the stuff she's about to say in the rest of this testimony here. Am I correct?
Wait, say it again.
What?
Because he says she arrested her on the spot, but they doing all this shit. So I'm guessing this is like the aftermath of everything that happened in the rest of the stuff she says in this testimony.
I'm confused. What are you trying to ask me?
No, she
I don't think that
arrested her.
And
What,
she
what did
got
she
away.
say after this?
Go to
She
the right.
said once he arrested her, she mentioned the
She
muffler.
mentioned the muffler, which was on the phone.
Then
She kept trying to use the phone on the wall and just used her cell phone. What? She was doing all, yeah, she was doing all
Yeah,
this while...
she couldn't have done all this while she was caught. So I'm guessing I have to assume that she was still on the other fucking side of the universe watching this. And after looking at the map, how the fuck did she even see the phone? If
Unless
that's
she
the
already
case.
knew it was there, but I guess we had no way to prove that.
Angel, you gotta go back to doing porn. We can't be having this in the court.
Right. God damn it, bro.
So present here?
I mean, what is that about? Like, what a floor plan's to lead to that? I mean, I doubt it. But, I mean,
What are we
try
presenting
it.
That might-
exactly?
That might be too advanced for what the game wants.
Let's look at
Yeah,
the
present the
autopsy.
floor plans. Present the floor plans again.
Do y'all agree?
You want to present it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe you can.
Can I look at the autopsy first real quick? I just want...
Oh my gosh, Faith derailing our whole shit.
Right. Now this is gonna take longer to upload.
And more
You're
editing for
hilarious.
Sly because I'm about to say the hard R right now.
Let's spell it together. N
I
Okay,
G.
go ahead and present
G.
the first one.
Oh my fucking god! I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who'd have thought that you would be my knight, my white knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out. Wait.
Bro?
Bro, what is going on? Oh, my brain is dying.
I want to kill
You
myself.
who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years
Together?
ago.
Ellipses. Well, Miss Stark, what's up with it? This is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this, motherfucker?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Damn, I thought you were the one coughing. Damn,
She
this
must
is
have a big
problematic,
clit.
right? You an extendo. Let's look at the floor plan, shall we? You said you witnessed a crime from this point, right? However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly even see Miss Guy making that phone call. I believe you see where I'm getting at. That's my favorite sprite of him. That's just that I'm that nigga face. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition.
Don't think it, don't say it. I just noticed what the phone looked like. Ah!
If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
What?
Order, order. What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, your rage. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies.
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you would allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness
No,
lied
no.
about.
Would it be the order of events or what she said?
And maybe Tables was onto it the whole time. Let's lose all three of our lives. Let's just experiment. Let's start with what she saw.
Let's go with let's start with order of events.
Yeah.
Are y'all agreeing to that?
Order of events.
I don't trust it now that he asked us that.
I always ask y'all that.
I
No,
know.
you don't. That's cap.
Order of events.
I haven't watched
She
a
lied about the
single
order
one
of the events. Miss Sky used that emergency phone before the murder.
I see. I hadn't thought of that.
Just dead silence.
Yeah, that took the wind out of her sails, bitch.
Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your W, but why wouldn't anyone use the emergency phone before the murder?
Huh?
Just when you think he can't sink any lower, he amazes us. I applaud you, Mr. Wright.
I think we chose the
Dumbass.
wrong thing.
Kieres?
Bro, get that bullshit off my... What?
What is that?
Orange peel.
Orange peel. It's orange peel.
What?
She's like, oh, you baboons.
I guess that
eat
teaches me
fruit.
that to get excited before the evidence.
Alright, little big round bitch.
She's like, I know how much you baboons like to eat the peel of the skin of the fruit.
I see it in your eye. You haven't learned your lesson, have you? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
Damn,
Well,
nigga, like
the
I
So
order
said,
of
we about to
obviously,
use up all our
where
lives.
she saw it.
Saw it.
Yeah, where she saw it. Like, she probably wasn't actually.
Oh,
behind the fence.
you know what? I bet. Peep game. She killed Spook, and Shorty saw it. The one we're defending saw it and tried to call someone. Yep. And then she was trying to stop her. Yep.
No, I think Edgeworth killed her, but let's just go with what Table said for now, just to.
So
Make him
it's
happy.
where she saw it, I guess.
Yeah, I was kind of figuring where.
She tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. It would be pointless for her to lie about it.
Pointless to lie? I see.
The witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. In other words, Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location.
A different location. Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Objection.
Before you
right
call
back.
my lie pointless, at least let me tell it, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
Fuck. All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. No band. The place from where Miss Star witnessed is.
On the A side.
But I just say somewhere specific, I'm guessing. You think she was standing by the car?
I thought she was that close. Just enough to see the.
Security room.
Yeah, go
Right?
ahead. Yeah, fuck it.
I hope that's correct.
Because she was giving food to her BFF.
Oh, yeah. You spitting, bro. Yeah, do that. Present right now. This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room? Indeed, the security room in underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second level so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But
Bro,
why
the phone
there?
looks like an Among Us.
Not in this case, you're rage gaming. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said these. You brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room. Yeah? Well, Miss Starr, I asked you a question.
How many years have I been getting the better of men? Think that all the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star.
Wow, this game is misogynistic. Cancel.
Order. Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective. You should have known better.
I'm not turning back. The porn industry has been doing me good. Guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
The guilty, is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? Doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. Wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim.
Well,
That truth still stands.
Then who the heck took that
Yeah, who
picture
took
if she
the
wasn't even
picture?
there?
Because now it's not a security camera because that shit was going through the fucking shit. It still stands. I disagree with Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows these. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
What do I? What, me? Yeah, right? Why the fuck
Who
would I
else?
Nigga, her!
Yeah, right. Let's reveal what we know.
Stand this fucking bitch ass. This Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station, right? Now, she lied and said that she saw her from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? The distance? Or the distance of the view?
It wouldn't be the angle of the view.
What was the question again?
Okay, so she basically, what she actually did was saw the crime happening from the security station, but she lied and said she saw it from B block on the other side of the chain fence. Makes a vital difference, but what would it change? Wait, what? No.
The angle of the view.
Yeah, I was thinking the angle.
You agree, Tables?
No, but I lose.
I mean, well, explain why you think it's the distance.
I don't know why I said no.
Okay, just you.
It was either one of those two, though. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change.
The angle? What do you mean?
Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and she would have sort of more 3D view of the crime, you know what I'm saying?
And this is important, why?
It's not.
Perhaps you'd like to reconsider, Mr. Wright.
That not would look kind of funny.
Let's reveal what we know.
Oh dang, we're actually gonna get a game over. I can't let blue win.
So it is the distance. Yeah, it had been either the two, because realistically, yes, it would be the view, but I guess I should have thought about what was actually important, which is the distance, because I still think it's... from now on, I'm going to start thinking the witness is the murderer at this point.
I don't know. I just figured, because he was from a different perspective, that angle would matter, but I mean, I guess distance.
It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Well, it's correct if he's objecting.
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking...
What she saw is not in question here. I don't give a fuck about that. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime.
Ah, you're right.
Y'all were thinking about it wrong.
Miss Starro, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Why does she just always just?
Poker face?
Well, witness.
You know how
Oh my.
they're driving up their lies?
Oh my wa.
Shinderu.
Yeah.
What is that?
¿Quieres?
Squid wheels look just like little bands.
It's just straight up rubber bands.
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
Damn.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam. That's
Can't say
boysenberry for the boyfriend.
The multiple boyfriends.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station.
Wait, it's not a testimony anymore? What's going on?
I'm chewing my gum. Sorry. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. My frail body is like so weak. I had to walk all the way around. It's a long walk, by the way.
I don't remember seeing
My
that.
legs hurt. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block.
That's quite a detour.
And the necessary one at that. Chest. Nigga.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
What a,
Five-
what a,
five
what a quick
minutes?
fucking arrest.
Nice arrest.
This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have a photographic evidence.
Why wouldn't you? Oh, I guess you can't.
And I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spark.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
¿Quieres? Would you like another
Caviar.
caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Nom, 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 nom.
Oh, Christ.
Your
If
bill
you're right,
is
you
your
have
bill
to
is
do
past
something.
$100. Yeah.
Let's look at the court record
Yes.
first.
Let's sit back and observe. Let's just see what happens.
Look at the
Let's
court
see
record.
see what she's trying to get into. I don't even know what we're trying to stop. Honestly, I zoned out. What?
Nice.
Oh my fucking god.
Wait, so I'm confused.
Can we
So
please raise an
basically,
objection?
she went. The door up there was blocked by the telephone, so she went all the way around and then jumped the fence. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, apparent. Well, yeah.
Well, damn. That being said, I have no idea what we present if we were to raise an objection.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe the
We,
since we just use that to prove Bastard wrong.
Okay, if you two want to. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we should raise an objection and see what happens. We got 2 lives. We can take it.
I wouldn't want to throw those away, but yeah.
You played on 1 life before.
5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente.
Al dente.
Yeah, cock, ball.
¿Quieres?
Nails, croissants.
I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, Ricky. Someone needs to make a meme of her just.
A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange?
Strange.
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Your age.
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. Yet.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Yeah.
I should have bought more bag of chips.
That
Well,
shit hurt
then.
my eyes.
It seems we've come to the end of this testimony. She has a grudge against the defendant, and there is a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on their account of her professional history.
We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. Science.
That was too close.
Like, oh my gosh, dude.
I'm afraid that the Cough-Up Queen has been dethroned. And with that,
Let's
court
go.
is adjourned.
Yes, sir.
Can't
I was
believe
tired of
this.
sitting. Hold it. Ooh.
Oh my god, let's fucking
Her?
go. My nigga Layer Bear, bro.
No, it's him. Her.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
Shut
Bro.
up.
It's the one she tried to foist off on me.
I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you.
Save you.
I have the DJ, turn it up.
What was that?
Why didn't you say that before?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunch? What is going on?
Woohoo! A triple decker.
Is this
That
really
nigga like.
Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony.
Imagine.
Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
He actually got bribed.
This nigga's
This
wife
is
just
so
don't be cooking at home.
corrupt. I know. He doesn't have a wife. He started eating Hot Pockets for dinner every night. Like the
Sugar Daddy
Lunchland
Judge
motto
coming
says.
soon.
Yep. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
She's gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time.
A Glock.
It shoots people.
Shoot up the court. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up?
You're slow.
2 tests of blood were found on this shoe. What the heck? Where did you...
Why would you hold
What
on
if-
to that shit? You're
What was that sound? One of was the... Bro, I'm mentally breaking down, dude.
one was. And
And the other was the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's blood.
Why would she have her own blood up there?
This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Babe.
Nigga.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
¿Quieres?
Next.
Can you...
She got
read?
Cappy on her head.
Oh my gosh, like, try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
I was gonna say her hat reminds me of a Pokemon character's hat.
Witness, what is the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
It's like the second piece of evidence. It's new to him.
It's the first time you've seen a hottie like me, bitch.
Fucking...
I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm so annoyed right now.
That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
That's cap. Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
The play Von Clymer would love it though.
You should know the 2 rules of evidence law, Miss Starr. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is this right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edward sure is celebrating, that's for sure.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
Ding. Don't forget, I used to be a detective.
But you're not.
As I mentioned
No.
previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today.
What are you, classic Edgeworth?
Classic Edgeworth, the modern Edgeworth. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sam is like,
I
not this.
missed that spray.
He
Is that
said,
right,
no.
Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edward is looking pretty sullen.
at least study evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. Well, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Victim's shoe added to the court record.
Like you.
Oh, that shoe got doodle all up on it.
White enamel shoe bears the traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky.
Oh.
Let's examine. Let's
Did
examine. I don't see any blood on it.
What?
Very well. Cross-examine.
Dang. It's like, is the whole court case in one go? Like,
No.
I feel like we've been here forever.
Well, the only reason you've been here forever is because there's been multiple gaps of silence, and there's also been multiple... Never mind. Just
us being... us lollygagging.
Yes. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene.
Is that it? Oh, okay.
And now it's in the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? Did you want to press this?
Yeah.
Better go dumb. Quick. Third eye tables in the building. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results.
Okay, cool.
That's all I care about.
Hold on. I just realized something. I'm sorry.
What? We didn't examine the shoe? Like I was wondering.
Yeah, I don't know why I backed out.
Oh, there.
Oh shoot! What is all that on the other side?
This is
It's
my
blood.
sister's blood.
It
Yeah,
appears
I know
so.
it's blood tables.
No, I was reading what it said.
Oh,
By accident, because I was supposed to read it. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail.
Oh yeah.
She must have cut herself at the time of the crime.
Poor thing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Okay.
Wait, what's on the bottom?
I was getting to that.
shoot! This is like trauma team.
Should have got to it faster.
There's blood on here too. Yikes.
On the sole of the shoe. It's got to be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood.
All this blood is terrible.
This blood might be an important clue, though.
Ain't murder just great, guys?
No, no, it's not.
Okay, it was a trick question.
Read.
How many times do I have to say this? All that matters are the results. Don't you agree, Polnareff? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me come. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot of
Don't make me
known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every single trick in the totem.
This is when the suspect is admitting she did it.
False testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
Press.
Yeah. Yee. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime?
I detained the chief, prosecutor, and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you suck off with the shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than just lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found in the shoe. One, of course, was the victim's.
Press.
So, you brought it to the forensics department, you say?
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that,
Tell me what I-
evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
Got away with it.
The shoe
by
does
sucking
appear to
off
have The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Makes sense. After all, a man was stabbed here.
And the blood belonged to the victim.
Gosh, that poor guy, man. He looks so innocent. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. Ooh, type A and type B, huh? Like the parking lots?
Ooh.
And the
That's a
other,
bar, I'll give you that.
and the other was the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's blood.
Press.
Press. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the victim with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, Rooker?
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was performed in cold blood.
She always does that. She always does that silence.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, if you combine all the various types of blood tests, there's millions of types. It's practically impossible to narrow a blood sample down to one person. Or so I hear anyway.
Millions of types?
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten a DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies.
So the suspect's blood was
Well,
found on the victim's shoe.
That's not corrupt at all.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was going to say that.
The shoe proves that it's flawless decisive evidence.
Press.
Tables.
I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
What is that? I'm not reading this.
Explanation mark.
Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole batch of soup.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem. This is critical. What's wrong with the victim's shoe?
There's a problem. Just
Yeah.
don't know what's
Yeah,
wrong
I'm
with
sure it
it.
has to be a problem. If I'm not imagining things, nigga like me said that there's one critical problem with this evidence, a clear one to be exact.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, Ricky.
What?
I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe?
I mean, obviously, I guess we show the blood, but since it's 2 different types, I call the bottom.
Wait. Let's see. This is the victim's shoe. He stepped in his
Yeah.
own blood. But why would it have her blood on it first?
Because she cut her hand.
Cut her hand.
Trying to figure
That's
out which
just-
blood will we show, because we can't afford to mess up, you know.
I think we can. I think we got plenty of room to mess up. Let's
I
pick
stand by
the
the
bottom
bottom.
side.
The victim's blood? Okay.
Wait. Is that what the difference is? The victim's blood is on the bottom and hers is on the top?
Yes.
Yeah. The victim's blood. This is his shoe. The person who died, his blood is on the bottom.
Alright, what are we trying to prove a contradiction with again?
The bottom of the fucking. But the
It's-
problem is,
What's the problem?
nigga stepped in fucking blood. Present it, please.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it had to be her
I wonder
blood.
if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the goddamn shoe.
Don't mess with me, Tables. It'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. That's a threat. Like,
corrupt court
Yeah.
as hell.
Indeed. There's quite a bit of blood in the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the bottom of the bottom of the shoe?
Oh shoot!
Oh shit! I didn't know I had to show some other shit.
Yeah.
This is where we fumble the bag. I think the blue badger might come in handy right now.
Wait, let's look at the autopsy report.
Okay. Death due to loss of blood.
Check. And loss of blood from a chest wound. What, would he step on his own blood?
Boom, 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 boom. You know, blood be
Stepped on his
falling on
own
the
what?
floor and shit.
So he got stabbed by the knife.
Yeah.
Her blood is on the top. His blood is on the bottom. So, unless he just fell over and stepped in his own blood, I don't know.
Go back.
This is why I asked what I asked earlier. I don't know what we're trying to.
Go to the right.
I don't know, but there's a contradiction somewhere.
Look at the picture. That should show us.
You can't really see.
Ain't no blood.
different-
100. Let's go.
Oh, wait, that's her show.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a different shoe too. Oh my god, niggas like me spitting.
Well, that's not her. It's not her shoes. It's
Oh
the
yeah, you're right.
victim.
You're right.
The footprint?
Anyways, the problem lies in the footprint, my neighbor.
I wouldn't have thought of the footprint, honestly.
The footprint.
I think that's not that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Oh, yeah, you're right. There was no blood on the ground.
Aha!
Blood on the leaves.
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe, ho.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
With this nigga. If there were bloody prints, then would they have been found, maybe?
No, I took off my shoes,
We
actually.
checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Oh, calm down. Calm down. Hold on.
Order,
let them know
order,
that you were
order.
there.
Well, witness?
What? Huh? Aya?
Great going, Mr. Wright, but... It's true the lack of a footprint is a contradiction.
But whose side is this bitch on?
But then we have to ask, why wasn't there a footprint?
Who is she? Like, what are you doing here? Bring Maya back.
She's training.
Why y'all so mean to her?
They were mean to Maya at first, honestly, let's be real.
Okay, but Maya grew on us. All right.
That's
She
true,
has
there has
not.
to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
I just show up to work, honestly.
Alright.
You know, it's just my third day over here, you know what I'm saying?
I see. Now I get it.
Alright, Jean, just tell
Yeah,
us.
what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end.
I like
But
that
she
movie.
slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us what happened about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. Part of the... Never mind.
I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Good question.
Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Miss Apparently, you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory, bruh.
Damn.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Wasn't the
Water?
blood
What does
still
that
get
mean?
washed away?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she kicked over the... I kill myself so bad. You want the real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes. The suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that will become evidence against her.
Let's go. Wait, that's bad for us.
Yeah, so
This
doesn't prove
dumbass.
anything.
That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder.
But wouldn't the shoe be washed off too?
Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the... Faith, never mind.
The telltale. Wait. No, what am I? It's getting late, y'all. I need to go to bed. Why?
Yeah,
That's a
it is
prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
She was holding the knife by the blade.
So my sister's blood on the shoe. That's when it happened?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please.
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But.
Enough. There is no need to further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
You gonna say guilty? Oh.
Oh my god, Larry, let's go, bro.
Her again?
Little girl, what did you just say?
Damn, she's pissed. Me?
Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side?
Yeah, you are. You said my sister had evidence by erasing the bloody evidence footprints. Comes from.
Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Open your mouth for my piss. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
What is
Wait,
that?
witness, don't tell me you have something else.
Bruh. Not again.
You've reached your verdict, Your Honor. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cop-up queen. Look at this. What the hell? Why did...
Yo! More and more shit at something. What the fuck? Jerry, like, I want to go home.
This is the most important picture you could have had this whole time.
Right?
A photograph?
So yeah, like, I just had this just in case anyone had the gal to suggest the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
No one said that.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in the photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I didn't help after all. I'm so useless, bruh.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And seems this is what your sister wanted anyway.
A ghost gonna start talking to us?
Hey,
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mimi. White, right, I'm wet. Or no, I'm not too sure, to be honest. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel, bro. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look.
She's gonna keep haunting us forever.
Don't give up, not until the bitter end.
This shit would scare me in real life. I'd be like, dang, bro, go away. Go back to hell.
This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. It's time for declare the Please go home.
No one leaves.
But we like it here, coming from the jury.
Yeah, it's entertaining as hell.
Your rage, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? I got a booty call in like 3 minutes.
No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Silly. Anyways, look at the photo real quick. The last one that was submitted. Pete. Your trial isn't over. It's proper consideration.
So, Wright,
I think I lost my voice.
are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Nigga, yes, do you have ears? Anyway, yeah. Yeah, there's a fucking problem, right or wrong. Gotta go ahead with this, alright? Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. Tee up, tee up.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
Alright, team. Hike. Blue 42. Go Power Rangers.
It's the shoe.
Know,
it's the shoe.
Know.
Is that a
It's the
different
shoe.
Is that a different shoe?
No, the stain. It's on the other side, so it got the stain on the bottom. Isn't the blood? Or,
I think it's that gross ass fucking exhaust pipe over there dropping some fucking slime or whatever that shit is. What's going on there?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's the shoe.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's the shoe though, but what the fuck is that? Well, it's finally here, don't you think?
As your elder, Mr. Wright, let me give you a piece of advice. When you point at something, at least remember to keep your eyes open.
I believe he's trying to say that no one's falling for your bluff, Mr. Wright. What?
Open your eyes, Mr. Wright. Think scientifically.
That's a different shoe.
Oh, so
I was
is
gonna say
it
didn't
what I
touch.
just was talking about?
Oh, I guess it
suppose
is.
since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Yeah.
It was incorrect.
Show the court the come in this photo.
So okay, that's the other shoes in the damn place. So it couldn't have gotten stained.
Question for you two, for Faith and Darian here. Got a question, right? So you know how like Spook said that they like kicked a barrel down and then water was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
How did water get into the car exhaust then?
I don't think that's water.
I
Look at
honestly don't. I'm looking and I'm kind of confused, honestly, because it's black and white. God damn.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like it's. I'm not gonna lie.
it might
kinda
be
feel
that. It might be the exhaust
Wait,
pipe.
I think I know what you're saying. The exhaust pipe. I guess I don't know if it's oil or shit or whatever, but I guess it wouldn't be water down there. That's for sure.
Also, I mean, they don't look. Never mind.
I mean, I don't know what else we would click on. I mean,
There's nothing on
it
here.
doesn't look like there's a lot of. It doesn't seem to be that much blood on this nigga either, to where it'd be all over the ground.
Unless he.
Yeah, I mean-
blending up. I don't know.
and not to mention if that was the wrong shoe, then his other foot is inside the trunk. So I don't know how it got stained.
That nigga got on hammer time pants. Jesus Christ.
How did he stand? I think that's his trench coat.
So are we looking at him or are we looking at the exhaust pipe?
Let's try the exhaust pipe. We didn't lose a life.
The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this?
Oh, you so square.
There's something poking. Oh,
There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait a minute,
Oh,
Mr.
muffler,
Edgeworth.
yeah.
Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
nigga.
A muffler is also part of a car, you dope.
Fucking your age, dumbass.
Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe, an anus. I see.
No, you don't.
Watch cars.
No, you
What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
Oh, it's a cloth? Damn.
So what if there was something sticking out of the muffler? It just got cream pied. What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
No. Sorry, Miss Star. But it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. Triple exclamation mark.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind.
Tell us.
Tell us why you think this piece of cloth and the muffler is related to this case.
Murder on the beach, so it's not nice.
Tell us why you think piece of cloth and the muffler is related to the case. Did we bring up the shoe?
No.
Oh, I guess.
We're talking about the muffler right now.
Because the phone call.
Oh yeah, the
she was
phone
talking
call.
about the muffler. I mean, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
there
that's
you go.
exactly what it was.
I thought the cell phone wasn't going to show that for some reason. I don't know why.
No, it
Miss
did.
Star,
It's all
Miss
about
Star,
muffler.
Miss Star, require your testimony for the court. You said this, bro.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
Why are you reading like...
That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Yeah.
That's how I imagine Kobe Kobanamani read like
Muffler.
real character dialogue.
Arg. Yarg.
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned, oh, I don't know, was actually this exhaust pip? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Oh.
Orgasm away. You're not getting out of this one. Your time has come.
Well, it seems we have to suspend the proceedings.
Sus.
Christ.
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered, we'll have to do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I will not arrest.
I
This
suppose.
is the most corrupt court in the history of mankind.
That was a close one. But we made it. At least for now.
Oh my god, the
Don't
clock
see
is
it.
The
sus.
court will adjourn for 30 minutes. It's lunchtime after all.
Stupid
still hungry?
eating
Goddamn.
Thanksgiving dinner in the.
Finally, we're done.